pre-draft meeting and brought Trey in. We wanted to get to know him and find out what it was all about before we drafted him. So we sat down in my office, right across the table, looking me right in the eye. First thing I noticed was that smile. Big Trey Walker smile. And I just said, Trey, what's the most important thing? What's your number one motivation in life? He said, I'm going to take care of my mom. I love her, and I appreciate everything that she's done for me. So he was on his way to doing that. We had OTAs last year. And we're practicing football. We practiced every morning. Got them up at 7:30 in the morning. I mean, in the building at 7:30 in the morning to start football, and worked out at 6:30. It was tough. It was demanding. Rashad, you guys know how it was last year with the rookies. But we also do player development. We kind of help the guys with Harry Swain, help them transition to the NFL. And one of the programs that they had was a movie that they were going to do down in Baltimore City at a movie theater. And it was going to be the rookies. It was going to be about making the transition and growing up and becoming a man, things like that. And it was not something that Trey really wanted to do. And Matt Weiss is his position coach, and Trey and Matt went at it pretty good, right, Matt? I think you know Trey. Trey makes up his mind about something. He was determined that he was going to get ready for practice the next day. He was going to get his playbook, he was going to get in that cold tub, and he was going to get ready for practice because he was here for football. Finally, Matt and he came to an agreement that he was going to go do the mandatory rookie movie that he had to do down in Baltimore City. Well, next thing you know, Matt's nervous about it, so he calls in the morning, calls Harry, wants to find out what happened. Harry says it went great. He says, as a matter of fact, there were kids down there, Baltimore City had been involved with domestic abuse and things like that in their life, and Trey was their guy. Trey found those boys before, during, and after. The bus was full of our rookie players, right? Except for Trey. Trey was not on the bus, Trey was talking to the kids. And our rookies are honking the horn, come on Trey, we gotta go. He connected with those kids. He was also transitioning to wintertime in Maryland, okay? He had never experienced snow before, I don't think. We got 36 inches of snow in February, okay? That tall. So Chris Horton, one of our special teams coaches, gets a knock on his door. He's got his 2-week-old baby, all right, little girl. He's taking care of her. 2 weeks of snow, he's snowed in, and the door knock, pop, pop, pop. It's his neighbor from across the street, 2 doors down, Trey Walker. Knee-deep in snow with a light jacket, all right? Coach, I gotta dig out. Do you have a snow shovel? So Chris digs a snow shovel out of the garage, hands it to him, a little nervously. Sees Trey drop back through the snow, and he watches him. Chris feels bad that he couldn't help it. He had a 2-week-old. He's watching him shovel that snow, just shoveling, working. He really didn't know how to work a snow shovel. He'd never done it before. Icy, slippery. Finally, just as he finishes up, he's dug out. Last shovel full, the shovel snaps in half. He comes tromping back through the snow, sheepishly knocks on the door, hands it back to Chris. Here's your shovel back. One last story. Steve Smith, a Hall of Fame wide receiver who is here, all right, got real close with Trey. It's hot, and Steve Smith comes up in a drill we call one-on-one, where the wide receiver runs a route, and the defensive back lines up over him to cover him. It's one-on-one, okay? Who steps up in front of Hall of Famer Steve Smith? Trey Walker. All right? Trey gets his hands on Steve. Had a pretty decent rep, all right? Steve didn't appreciate that too much early in training camp, and he told Trey about it. He let him know. Verbally got after him a little bit. But Trey didn't flinch, he didn't back down, he just kind of walked away. Next time that they stepped up, or Steve stepped up, who stepped up in front of him? Trey Walker. That's right. And here's what he said. So that time Steve got the best of him. Steve ran around and caught the pass. And Matt Weiss, his position coach, kind of grabbed Trey to the side, not so much about the rep, but he just told him how proud he was of him. And I want to get this right here, so I'm going to read it. How proud he was of him for how he handled the situation. And Trey said, Coach, that was no problem. He said, football has always been my escape. He said that playing football was like a vacation for him. And when he was on the football field in the National Football League, out here on the Baltimore Ravens practice field, that's just like being in paradise. Nothing to get upset about. After that, Steve, I think you saw something in him, you know? I think you saw heart and toughness, fearlessness, and a love for the game. So, just for me personally, just leave you with this. The thing I love most about this guy, this young man was that Trey Walker smile. I mean, that smile could light up a room. And for some reason, we'd be standing there for the national anthem, right at the 50-yard line. And I'm telling you, every single time, right there on my shoulder, I'd look back. Who was there? Trey Walker, right? With that smile. Some of the guys say, you just want to get on TV. But I turned around, man, I see that smile. He could be a big guy. He said, Coach, everything's going to be okay. Trey Walker, we love you, and we're going to miss you.